And Dr. Panyubutale just there finished signing himself and on taking his oath as the Minister for International Relations for the Republic of Botswana. A very big task ahead of him there, in the sense that we have to now work on our foreign affairs and how they will look in obviously the new government of the Republic of Botswana. Rebutale has always been known within the media spaces over the years, and communicating international issues for Botswana will also work for this country, based on his experience and obviously his qualifications. Just to remind you again, we had mentioned Dr. Panyubutale, we had mentioned Re Gaolathe, and to remind you, Meno Khafela, also a specially elected member of parliament, was brought in as a minister for the new Ministry of Child Welfare and Basic Education. So the president there swearing in his cabinet one by one. Coming up next is Re Chimbombi himself, who is taking the helm as
I, Dr. Michael Chiwasane Chimbombi, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of Minister of the Government of Botswana, and that I will, to the best of my judgment at all times, when so required, give my counsel and advice to the President of Botswana for the good management of the public affairs of Botswana. So help me God.
Dr. Chimbombi just finishing his swearing in as a Minister for Agriculture and Land, or Land and Agriculture. Mr. Chimbombi, in memory, he's a farmer but out in Kalahari South. However, beyond there, he's been Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture.
Chimbombi, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of Cabinet or the nature of contents of any document or any other matter coming to my knowledge concerning the business or proceedings of Cabinet, except as may be required in the discharge of my official duties or with the authority of the President. So help me God.
Just signing in there is Re Chimbombi, who is coming in from the Ministry of Agriculture, previously as a Permanent Secretary, and coming into the Cabinet now as the Minister for Land and Agriculture. Dr. Chimbombi, if we remember very well, he's got the experience and he's been in practice for a while. Some other members of cabinet that we're expecting to see being sworn in will be Meno Nokafela Mokoka. We're expecting Lesego Chombo and Dr. Stephen Modise, as well as the assistant ministers. The only two assistant ministers so far in the new cabinet there, all being from outside the ruling party, being Lawrence Okeditse, who is coming in as a deputy minister for health from the Botswana Patriotic Front, and Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, who is coming in as deputy minister for lands and agriculture, and coming into this role based on his agriculture background. Coming into cabinet, Rechimbombi there just got signed, or just signed himself in as the Minister for Land and Agriculture. And coming in next is Dr. Stephen Modise, who is coming in as the Minister for Health. He's also going in to take his oath.
I, Dr. Stephen Modise, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of Minister of the Government of Botswana, and that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times when so required, give counsel and advice to the President of Botswana for the good management of the public affairs of Botswana. So help me God.
Dr. Stephen Modise just finished taking his oath there as the Minister for Health for the Republic of Botswana in the 13th Parliament. Just a bit of a background on him. He's a 37-year-old man with a Bachelor's of Biomedical Sciences from St. George's University School of Arts and Sciences in Grenada. He's got a doctorate of medicine from St. Matthew's University.
Dr. Stephen Modise, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet or the nature of contents of any document or any other matter coming to my knowledge concerning the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, except as may required in the discharge of my official duties or with the authority of the President. So help me God.
Dr. Stephen Modise there taking his oath to represent the interests of Botswana as a Minister for Health. And we're just catching up on his educational background there, Bachelor of Biomedical Sciences from St. George's University School of Arts and Sciences in Grenada, and also Doctorate of Medicine from St. Matthew's University School of Medicine in the Grand Cayman Islands, Orlando, that's Florida in the USA. And he's got a postgraduate certificate in medical education from St. George's University School of Medicine, also in Grenada, as well as a master's in health professions education, American University of Antigua School of Graduate Studies. He's coming in there to become the minister, to be deputized or assisted by Ray Lawrence Okeditse in that ministry. Expected again, as I said, just to a reminder, expected today as part of the cabinet. We will be expecting Lesego Chombo to be sworn in. We'll be expecting also men on Khafela Moroka, remembering that just now Dr. Penyo Butale was sworn in, Re Micas Chimbombi was also sworn in, as well as the Vice President, who is also the Minister for Finance, Re Ndaba Khawalatle. And shake of hand there and the closure of the oath. Dr. Modise coming in, Stephen Modise coming in as the Minister for Health. Okay, and then the next minister who's coming in is also a specially elected member of Parliament, Mayor.
I, Kibuano Khafela Mokoka, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of Minister of Government of Botswana, and that I will, to the best of my judgment at all times, when so required, give my counsel and advice to the President of Botswana for the good management of the public affairs of Botswana. So help me God.
Signing now.
I, Kibuano Khafela Mokoka, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet or the nature of contents of any document or any other matter coming to my knowledge concerning the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, except as may be required in the discharge of my official duties or with the authority of the President. So help me God.
That is Mayor Kibuang Nono Khafela Mokoko, who is now was a senior lecturer in the Department of English at the University of Botswana with over 29 years of teaching experience. She holds a qualification in English literature, specializing in English romantic poetry, Shakespeare, Commonwealth literature, and Botswana literature. She has published extensively and presented at conferences with research interests in gender, culture, religion, and language. Mayor Khafela Mokoka has served on various university committees and departmental roles. She's an academic who is articulate and resilient, and we look forward to seeing how she will spread, obviously, his knowledge and experience into the newly formed Ministry of Child Welfare and Basic Education, knowing that we obviously have been having educational challenges in the country with grades dropping and kids obviously struggling to progress. And we believe that at her helm, there's a lot that we obviously as a country expect, and a lot that the President of the Republic of Botswana also expects from her. coming into this new ministry. We obviously have had the Ministry of Basic Education. The element of child welfare comes in as a very new portfolio into the fold of the cabinet. It's a role previously held or previously known to be executed from local government, but now is being transferred to a new ministry in regards to child welfare, and this will go a long way in covering issues that have got to do with child growth in the country, child education in the country, and obviously just general welfare of children. A lot that we expect to see there. And a handshake and an official appointment of Mayor Kibuang Nono Khafela Mokoka as the Minister for Child Welfare and education, basic education. And coming up next is Mayor Lesego Chombo, current Miss World Africa, as well as the just of gone.
Faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of Minister of the Government of Botswana, and that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times when so required, give my counsel and advice to the President of Botswana for the good management of the public affairs of Botswana, and so help me God. I, Lesego Chombo, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, or the nature of contents of any document or any other matter coming to my knowledge concerning the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, except as may be required in the discharge of my official duties or with the authority of the President, and so help me God.
Melissa Ochombo, as we were saying earlier, is the reigning Miss World Africa Queen, and also was just Miss Botswana recently, and she's been appointed in as the Minister for Youth and Gender. Melissa Ochombo is at the age of 26, and if I'm remembering very well, this is the same age that Daniel Kwelahobe came into Parliament back in the day as a 26-year-old. So we've had so far two 26-year-olds in Parliament, her obviously, or herself being the first woman of the youngest age to come into, of that age rather, to come into cabinet. The ministry that is coming in is a new ministry. The name might have been have gone around a war for a while, but it's a new ministry which is the Ministry of Youth and Gender, breaking away from the previous Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. Now being sworn in now is Dr. Edwin Dikoloti.
Do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of Assistant Minister of the Government of Botswana, and that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times when so required, give my counsel and advice to the President of Botswana for the good management of public affairs of Botswana. So help me God. I, Dr. Edwin Horatone Dikoloti, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet or the nature of contents of any document or any other matter coming to my knowledge concerning the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, except as may be required in discharge of my official duties or with the authority of President. So help me God.
That was Dr. Edwin Dikoloti being sworn in as the Assistant or Deputy Minister for Land and Agriculture, coming in obviously from the Matete Good Hope constituency and previously Minister of Health in the previous regime. He's coming into the portfolio obviously carrying the right accolades within the agriculture space as well. And we'll be working directly with Rechim Bombi, who is now the current Minister for Lands and Agriculture.
I, Lawrence Okedite, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the office of Assistant Minister of the Government of Botswana, and that I will, to the best of my judgment, at all times when so required, give my counsel and advice to the President of Botswana for the good management of the public affairs of Botswana. So help me God. I, Lawrence Okedite, do swear that I will not directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet or the nature of contents of any document or any other matter coming to my knowledge concerning the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, except as may be required in the discharge of my official duties or with authority of the President. So help me God.
Lawrence Okedite coming in as the Deputy Minister for Health, coming in from the Botswana Patriotic Front. Another first of its kind read in Botswana. We have seen, at least in my lifetime, where a member of an opposing party can come in as a minister or into cabinet. Okedite, we remember, he has always been a political analyst, and I think from the histories that we know him from, he was a news anchor. He has worked with the University of Botswana. He has been a part of the media fraternity for quite a while, and until he went into politics. He's based on his profile. Reo Okedite has served also in various platforms, including the Botswana World Debate Championships, where he was the public relations coordinator for that, and he's made his headway, and we look forward to seeing a lot more work. That was the last swearing in for the Deputy Minister for Health, Lawrence Okedite. Just a quick reminder there, this was the swearing in of the new members of cabinet, the first 6 of 18 that have joined cabinet. Now, thank you for watching there. That was the swearing in of the new cabinet members of the first 6 of 18 ministries to be represented in the new cabinet of the Republic of Botswana. Being sworn in there was Dr. Stephen Modise Re-Chimbombi. Dr. Stephen Modise rather came in as a special elected member of parliament and comes in to be assisted by the Nata Gweta, member of parliament from the Patriotic Front, Lawrence Okedite, and the other ministry that comes into the fold. The new ministry being headed by Menono Khafela Mokoka is the Ministry of Child Welfare and Basic Education, which is very new, and the focus will be obviously growing the young people. And then continue with the ministries for agriculture and lands is Dr. Michael Chimbombi, who is coming there as the Minister for Agriculture and Lands and Agriculture, being deputized by Dr. Edwin D. Koloti, who is a member of parliament, independent member of parliament from Good Hope Matete. And then from there, Melissa Ochombo came in as well as a minister for the new Ministry of Youth and Gender, as a special elected member of parliament and the youngest. Let's cross over to the office of the president to hear what the president has got to say.
The expectations of people who are yearning for change, yearning for appreciation, yearning for recognition by their country, yearning for a leadership that serves them and serves them wholly, with the deepest commitment, the deepest understanding, and the highest levels of dedication. You will be called upon to formulate and engage in the rollout of policies and interventions designed to serve and to raise the profile of this republic. You will do so in the most difficult and trying of circumstances. You will do so within serious constraints of time and space sometimes. But you will serve and give your all nonetheless. Because our people expect no less from all of you, from all of us. You will keep the confidences of the Republic. Sometimes you will keep the confidences of those that you will serve. You will hold them in the highest esteem. You will not abuse them. You will not violate their rights and freedoms. You will not undermine their integrity and their dignity. Those you will uphold. Above all, you will remain faithful to the Constitution of this Republic. You will be faithful unto death to the values and precepts enshrined in that Constitution. You will conduct yourselves at all times in accordance with the Constitution and the laws of this Republic and the highest ethical and moral standards. I welcome you. I congratulate you. And I hand you over to the citizens of this Republic to work with you, to guide you, to hold your hand. And please, you dare not fail. You dare not disappoint. You dare not desecrate the values enshrined in our Constitution. God help you. God help all of us. And God help our country.
Amen.
Thank you very, very much.
That concludes the meeting at the Office of the President that are set to swear in the new ministries and their deputies for the Republic of Botswana and the 13th Cabinet. Wetsotlhe madume amogela dikgang tsa Botswana Television tse di gasiwang ka tlhamalalo go tswa toropo kgolo ga Gaborone ke bidiwa kaelo sa bone mme mo motshameko ke na le Ntebogang Sebetlela go ditlhogong tsa rona multi choice Botswana